Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on Forza Horizon 5 with a challenge. We are going to go racing using a single gear. Now, we're not talking about electric cars or CVT gearboxes, that sort of stuff. No, we have got a selection of stock A-class cars. We have to pick a gear in their gearbox and use that for the entire race. Now, we're doing this as a showdown race, so the grid is in reverse PI order. It launches the cars a bit funny. Basically, there's not a countdown, it kind of just goes. It's horrible. But we do want the reverse thing. The rule is, once you've got your car off the line, you have until the first checkpoint to get the car into the gear, the desired gear. For me, we're talking third gear here in the Ferrari, and then you can't change it. So if you're buzzing the limiter at the end of the straight, so be it. It's a tactical game, essentially. You've got to pick what gear you think is going to work. Whether that be, you know, do you go for a lower gear in the hope you're going to be better out of the slow corners? And of course, you've also got to pick your car. I've gone for an F40. It's got relatively long gears. I can find a gear that I like. It's quite good handling, is the theory at least. Oh, we're on the brakes down here. Yeah, it's quite good handling, so I'm hoping it's not going to be too bad. The Ford got really held up there. I got street furnitured, so I couldn't make the most of Gliska being slow off the corner. The Mercedes is going to have a lot of power and a lot of torque, but of course it's a very big, heavy car, so it's not quite going to get change direction as well. I'm hoping my top speed might be better. The Ford is struggling out of these slow corners, which makes me think Gliska's got that a little higher gear. It'll be good at faster circuits, but it's not so good here, perhaps. Oh, no, the Ford's going to fight back again. Chris is enjoying running in clean air as me and Gliska fight over this second place. Now, I'm worried about the Elise. I mean, it's never going to have, well, it's probably not going to have the top speed of the Ferrari. It won't have the power, but it's got grip. It can carry great corner speed and carry its momentum through the corners. Chris has made a mistake there and basically gifted me and Gliska away past the Merc. That's fantastic. Yes, I'm much better getting going, although I've got that section, or I've just driven that corner wrong. God damn it, Gliska's then got the next section wrong. Oh, Porsche's going to have a look in all of this as well. Now, if you're driving manual and clutch, you can kind of spam the clutch to get going, possibly to help build revs up. That might help in some instances. My car is so quick off that final corner in relation to everything else. I think my gear choice is good. My vehicle itself might not quite have the grip of more modern machinery that it's, well, it's against much more modern Porsche, more modern Ferrari, and a Lotus race car that is also more modern. Oh god, and I've carried too much speed into there. Trying to get away with that. Bloody hell. Yeah, there's a little ambitious from me. Oh, Blakey's then gone and overdriven the next one. That corner there is really easy to overdrive. It's very strange driving without changing gear. It kind of takes away a big part of... It's not just the fact that I'm not pressing the buttons changing gear, but the car isn't. It does take away a big aspect, almost of the vehicle's dynamics, so to speak. I don't know how to put it into words, but it is weird. And the vehicles feel a lot weirder driving like this than they do if you drive them normally. We're very, very good down that start-finish road. This gives me hope for the Ferrari on other circuits. I am worried about that Camaro, so that's I think the highest PI vehicle here. It's got the power to get away with perhaps a slightly higher gear. It's got the power and the torque and everything. And it's very good handling. We know how quick the ZL1 is. That am I remembering the letters correctly? Oh, I'm going to do what Blakey did. Just can't pull it up in time. Longbow is through. Come on, Ferrari. Get off that corner faster than the Porsche. I know you can do it. You do. Nicely does it. Oh, God, we're not very nice down there. I think what it is because we know how difficult it is to build momentum with these cars. I think the temptation is to hold it flat way longer than you would normally, and I think that's why making really silly, weird mistakes that I wouldn't make around this circuit normally. It's a great battle going at the front, actually, with the Ford and the Lotus. We've got to have a good battle, perhaps, with the Porsche. I think the Camaro might catch both of them and pass both of them. Oh, but we will have to wait and see on that one. I'm desperately trying to be close enough that if something does go on, I feel like we have a very quick car here. I feel like I haven't really driven it very well. That Porsche is so much better in that twisty section than I am. That is a real difference, but it's going to it's going to really struggle, because even if it gets past me into this final corner, we're just going to outrun it to the line. Oh no, we're not, because I beans it up. I left a gap for it. The Porsche is going to get us. We're going to lose fourth. Oh damn it! I thought we had a little bit more run to the finish line. Actually, I think we had another lap as well, which didn't help. But yeah, okay. My Ferrari is definitely strong in some places, but weak in some others. It's not perfect, but we had a fantastic little battle with Blakey for a while there. Our lap times aren't too bad. The Demon was kind of catching a little bit at the end. Okay, it's an interesting start. It's an interesting start for us. The Elise takes victory in this one. That Camaro is monstrously fast, though. So keep an eye out on that one going forward. Oh, we got a wheel spin. What did we win? Did we win anything exciting now we are on camera? No, we did not at all. That's very disappointing. So, we are on to our second race. After a whole bunch of trouble, we've had to abandon the whole running this in a showdown mode, because when you load this track up in showdown mode, it doesn't have any of the props, which is a massive problem. I don't know why that's a thing that happens, but it is. So, yeah, we've had to scrap that. We go back to a double race, which unfortunately for me means I'm stuck all the way down the back, although I do think this festival circuit is likely to be pretty good for the Ferrari. We'll get into third nice and quickly, and I mean this is the ideal kind of track I think personally for the F40. It's not got any really low speed stuff to come completely undone at, and it's the sort of which car goes by there? It's the kind of like 90 to 120-ish mile an hour section where my car is so strong. Now, unfortunately, we are a long way back in this, so we're going to have to work our way through the pack a little bit more. We can get a really good run down here. There's going to be a gap there. It's not a very big gap, but it was a Ferrari-sized gap. The Demon is perhaps one of the vehicles that I am most concerned about, just the sheer brute force you get with the Demon. There's so much power, so much torque in that car. And we're going to get past the Aston Martin there. We're actually going to get past the Ford as well. This is a good track for the Ferrari. It's just, can I catch the Demon? The thing I do have over the Demon is I'm much lighter. I probably handle better than the big Dodge. It may well have better top speed than me. It's not going to be as good through here. Oh, the two ahead kissed the wall. I didn't. The Ford has better top speed than I do. It's not by much, but the Ford's top speed is slightly higher. However, I get to mine a lot quicker. Come on, Ferrari. This is where you're so strong out of these sort of corners. The Ford's there having a look. Not going to be able to do anything. We know it's going to run out of steam a little bit down here. I have a lift because I was almost to the inside of the Merc. Here comes that Ford again. Yeah, once we get past 130, that's when the Ford can go. Oh, we're going to get held a little bit here. I'm going to try duck underneath the Mercedes on the exit. Come on, come on. I've got to clear that GT four-door. That thing is putting up a good fight. I mean, that has got a lot of power in it as well, and that's what's... No, don't get pinched out wide. Come on, Ferrari. That Ford is struggling out of these slightly slower corners. I'm to the inside of the Mercedes. There's half a gap there. We should be able to brake later than the big Merc and get that pass done. We do. Okay, we're up to third. We're on the tail of the GT. Yeah, because we beat the GT to like 120. We're on the outside. Not going to have the grip to go around the Ford there. But we keep it out of the wall. Right, can we chase down the Dodge? I wonder where that is. I mean, that's going to... So, power-wise, that's going to be good, but it's going to be weakest in the corners. You can see how much me and the Ford have caught it, actually, just through turn one alone here. Keep the power down all the way up here. We're in the limiter. Again, we're pulled well clear of the battle behind. We're not going to be, certainly not going to be dive bombing yet, but the Demon is going to be aware that there are now cars right behind it. This mid part of the lap, this is where we're strong, especially if the Ford is getting compromised. If the Ford gets held up behind the Dodge, that's good news for me. Can we? No, not quite do what I wanted to there. But we're still going to get a good run on the exit here. Speed we've got. That was kind of what I was aiming for. It was go for this sort of big swing for the exit there and try and get the Ford as we put the power down. The GT moves across, it's just not enough. It's not got an answer for our acceleration in this zone. Now, this is all good news for Ollie. If we fight massively over third place, that gives the Dodge chance to escape away at the front. It's all three of our cars are very strong at this circuit, and all three of them are strong in different places. If we can pass the Demon quickly and get away from the Ford, that would be really helpful. If we can do this here and have the Ford stuck behind, which we can outbrake the Dodge, get ourselves slowed down, we will take the lead of the race. Now we've got to pull a gap to the Ford. Try and make it difficult. There's a big squabble going on over fourth place, further back, with the likes of the Aston Martin. Oh, and I've locked the brakes up. That is bad news for me. If the Dodge... Oh, there's a gap. There was a gap there. We're not... I mean, come on now. There was not... I mean, there could have been a lot more space given on the outside there. It was my mistake that I ended up on the outside in the first place. But, yeah... There was a little more split space would have been nice there. The Demon does also have slightly higher top speed than me, but we're so much... In fact, the Demon just cut. It tried to follow me through that final corner, and it just doesn't have the grip to stick it there. Right, I cannot afford another mistake. We got to the lead quite nicely. We were really efficient with that, and then I just locked the brakes up. And this is something we're probably going to see more with Horizon 5. It is easier to lock the brakes up, and when they do lock, it's more time consuming almost. You seem to have bigger lockups in this game than we've seen in Forza games in the past. So yeah, it is something that we're likely to perhaps see happen a little bit more. I can't afford to do that again here. We've got to just be neat and tidy around here. We know... Well, that might not have actually been the best line for me. We know my car's good off these corners here. So if we can just get this one and the next turn right, we should be relatively safe from the Ford. Oh. Okay, we are clear of the GT, and we know we accelerate better to about 120 mile an hour mark, and then just don't bin it in the wall around the final turn, which we don't. The Ford did. The Ford was pushing it and thought it'd have a go. Fair enough, you know. Sometimes you got to try. We take victory in the F40. That's more like it. Yeah, that circuit is very, very good for the Ferrari. I don't know if we'll get fastest lap. There were some vehicles further back that were going fairly quickly. I mean, it is close. The Vantage was quick. The Camaro was quick. Well, stuck in traffic in all of that. In fact, the Elise and the Cathedral, there's quite a lot of vehicles doing quite similar lap times around here, really. Very similar lap times, actually, from a large number of cars. I shall definitely take that one. We're on to our third race. Track, I don't know if I'm going to... Thank you, Kitten, for your input there. I don't know whether this is going to be to my liking or not. It's certainly not... It's not as well suited as the kind of festival circuit, but it might not be too bad. This one, we are starting from pole, which is always good. Also, the Demon couldn't see me in the last race. So it's amazing we actually managed to have as close to a race as we did. We had the bug going on where cars aren't released off the line. So yeah, Ollie didn't have any idea where I was, hence why we got squeezed at one point. Yeah, we're going to see how we do here. We know we launch pretty well, so we can build that gap. We will get our car into gear, and then we will see where it goes from here. And it's these kind of corners where we might come undone. I mean, we might simply... we might struggle against the Sierra with all of its speed. Vehicles like the Elise are maybe going to be quite strong here if they can carry the corner speed, and depending on what gearing they've gone for. And then, well, the Elise will be strong in parts, and then we'll fight back through here, for example. We will try and get ourselves past... Oh, where is that Lotus going to be? It's going to be to our inside. It's going to find its way past us. Oh, bloody hell. I mean, this isn't the tightest circuit imaginable. We will go to more technical. Oh, that's a lot of understeer by me. Don't try and follow the Lotus. Oh, I instinctively went to change down a gear then. This section is going to hurt some cars. Ford got a better run through all of it. Oh, Camaro's there as well. The Ford gets a better run. It's weird, isn't it? The Ford, I guess it just had a better line. It actually got through that section better. Then I started pulling on it, and now it's going to start pulling away. The Elise is buzzing the limiter all the way down here, but it can brake very late compared to us. Of course, it's a GT1 car and everything, so we can't really do anything here. I think I have more speed than that Camaro down the straight, but I think is it ZL1 and the... I can't remember. I can't keep track of all the ZL something cars and whatever that go together and all the different models. Whatever it is, it's fast, and it has now got past us. It's actually got better top end than I do around here. Oh, God. I don't fully trust my Ferrari, I'm not going to lie. It's not... I mean, it is a good handling car. It's just one of these vehicles that I don't trust what it's going to do chucking it into these corners. I really don't trust that it's going to stick fully, but that is just how it is sometimes with these cars. The Aston Martin is looking good. The Mercedes has lost a whole heap of positions. This track just does not seem, does not quite work for me. Oh no, wait, we flat through that corner. I also apparently just don't know this track very well. The Aston Martin is going to have a look to the inside. I was expecting it to have a bigger dive through there than it actually did. The Lotus has lost out to the Ford and has fallen back. It's now busy battling away with the Camaro. Them two want to start fighting. I think actual on-track battles lose you so much time, and the reason why, because momentum is so critical with this. Just being able to carry speed. When you start fighting side by side, you lose so much. Oh God, you lose so much time because you're out of position. Although a lot of cars have gone very wide there. It's fine. We didn't, surprisingly. Oh, the Lotus tried to carry too much speed. And you see, when you're out of position, because your car, you can't downshift, you've then got to get going. It's just amplified. Little mistakes are amplified with this kind of racing. Is the Ferrari going to be able to find a way? It should pass the Lotus down here, because we know that Elise is in the limiter. So we will move up into a third place. It's going to try and find a way back past, though, and then it's going to put me out wide. We can put it out wide through this next one. Oh God, we got a little bit of oversteer, and it's a little bit twitchy, and I don't trust that I haven't got the grip around the outside of the Lotus, so we'll just back out of that one. We should outrun it down here, though, so that's fine. We'll have a little lift, because I don't trust the car's going to stick through there, and the Aston Martin's going to get both of us. Maybe. Now we're side by side again, this time with the Aston, and we're not out visiting the grass. The Lotus has lost out big time in all of that. We're going to be a little earlier on the brakes, make sure we get the Ferrari stopped through here, because we've got to focus. We've got to focus on the bit of the circuit where my car is good, and that is getting off this corner. Once we get to sort of 70, it then starts to pull, and it'll hopefully pull away from the Aston. Then we can focus. It's defending final lap. We're a long way away from the top two. They're long gone. I think they're a little quicker than I am, and then we've got stuck in these battles. They've been good fun battles, though. That is what matters. Oh, no. Ugh. That's not what we needed. Oh, God. I don't know why I'm really struggling. I don't know whether it's the F40 is not quite suiting me. I'm really struggling to get to grips with this driving. Making a lot of very, very silly errors. We're going to go side by side with the Aston Martin. Who has the better top speed? It is going to be the Aston Martin just. Oh, back end wants to let go on the F40 in all of this. We're going to try and be brave through here, carry momentum, and Danger Man's out a little bit wide. This is the opportunity that we wanted. This is the dive to the inside for the Ferrari. We're going to park it on the apex. A little bit of contact didn't help us get turned through there. Park it on the apex, because now it's just the run to the finish line. Who has got the best drive off the corner? It's going to be me. The Lotus could be probably quicker than us through that section, but he got stuck with two wide cars in front of it. Oh, we'll hold on to third. That was a great race. That was a bloody nerve-wracking race by the end of it. Okay, considering what we're doing here, this is very silly. This is not how racing and cars are supposed to be used and everything. We've had some really bloody good races. I'll take the third, yeah. Did not have the speed of... Look at the lap times between me, the Vantage, the Elise, and the Demon even. If that had been right there, that would have been a hell of a battle. Mercedes wasn't that far down there either. God dear, that was good fun. The Ferrari came out on top. For our final race. We have come to a nasty, nasty circuit, this one. We've not got a bad spot on the grid. That's something. I think the Elise might win this. The Caterham is probably going to be very quick here. I mean, the F40 might surprise, but that's a big might. I feel like my handling is a bit sketchy in places. Well, it's not sketchy. It just, I can't seem to get any confidence in this car, which is making it difficult to carry corner speed, shall we say. I don't know what it is. But, so yeah, I'm struggling to get confidence with the car. This track, I might not be the worst off. I mean, that's the thing here. Oh, God. Yeah, I might not be. We've got to get into gear because that was the first corner going on there. I might not be the worst off getting out of these corners. We've seen how strong the Ferrari can be in places. But okay, Mercedes is much better out of there. So the Elise, I expect, will catch up and completely bugger off. We've seen that be good in the low-speed corners. The Diablo has got some, I don't know what gear Blakey's running that one in. Oh, there's a wall there. And Danger Man has hit the same bloody wall. So yeah, if we do that, we're allowed to go back down the gears and get it out of trouble, because, well, you know, otherwise it's race over. Gliska's going to end up in that inside wall if they're not careful. We've scooted around the outside. I think the Ford is going to be in a it's actually going to be in quite a lot of trouble, because that struggled in the slower speed corners getting going. Oh, these 50-mile-an-hour launches are bad for me. They're bad for everybody. The Demon might have the power to get away with it. We actually blocked the Ford in all of that one. Well, we're going to have a recovery drive. And then we threw away a very good position on the start line here. Oh, someone else has hit a wall. Was that Longbow? Oh, all of the quick cars have come into trouble. The Elise is stuck in traffic. Gliska had a bad spot on the grid. Longbow hit the wall. Knife hit the wall. Danger Man's hit the wall. So all the vehicles that have been towards the front in these races have either been very bad spot on the grid or had a terrible start. Stevie's done a wheelie off a lamppost and taken out Amy. I mean, at that point, I don't know what else you could do. That's very unlucky for the Lotus, very unlucky for Stevie as well. Having a lamppost go under the car and cause a wheelie. Gliska's going to get us here. I can't fight that. The only thing I can do is now try and focus on the exit, because we know that Ford just can't get off the corners, and we'll stick our nose up the inside through here. I say it's a shame. You've got to bear in mind, I'm driving a much older car than a lot of them in this, but I just simply do not have the grip. I wonder if I am on slightly different compounded tyres, maybe slightly older compound, or they might be on like sport tyres and I'm on street tyres, or something along those lines. I don't know exactly. Whatever, I say whatever it is, I just am struggling a little bit on the grip front with my Ferrari. Oh, God, struggling to get it slowed down there for turn one. There's going to be a Ford to the inside. Has a little look, can't do it. Now, the RX-3, that is working here. That's been terrible everywhere else, but this is the track where that little Sierra may well come into its own. We know that that is launching very quickly. It's obviously in a low gear. It's got no top end, but it is launching quickly. Oh, there's a Blakey in a wall. The Diablo's visited the same wall as everyone else. There's 3 cars this race. That's going to claim so many vehicles over the coming months as we run. I like this track. It's just, yeah, that is a dangerous section. Really struggling to get turned through there. The Ford also ended up out wide with me through that. Is there going to be the silver nose of that GT having a look? Yes, there is. It's an infuriating thing for Gliska because they can get the nose alongside. Oh, I was too slow through there. Okay, well, that's me done for. So they can get the nose alongside, but then they always get outran. But I was just, I don't know what it is. I'm really struggling to carry corner speed with this. Although we are now back onto the tail of the Ford in towards turn 1 here. Can we duck underneath on the exit? Oh, no. Diablo's going to get us very slow going on down here. Oh. Nope, too wide through there. That's not going to work. Diablo will pass us. Yeah, but, I mean, the third gear of this car is very long. Oh, no. I am struggling a little bit now. I think I'm now trying to overdrive the bloody car in an attempt to catch up to that Ford, which I shouldn't be doing. I should more focus on my own race. The Caterham's up to second. The Mercedes has fallen to third after that strong start. I mean, the lightweights are, funnily enough, doing quite well. The Demon's up to fourth by virtue of a lot of us hitting walls, but it's running a decent enough pace. It's not like it's completely capitulated, because we're not catching it, really, as we've had our own little battle here. The end of this lap has gone better. We've actually caught back up to Gliska a little bit. Oh, that's the thing Longbow hit. I didn't even know that was there. Bloody hell. That's not even... That's a horrible place for that. I thought Longbow hit the building, but it isn't. It's not the building, because I didn't touch the building. It's the bloody... Oh, I should go up with my right gear as well. It's the bloody... like a bollard. That is awful placement. Yeah, this track might end up... Well, I like it. I'm just trying to have bad legs. I'm pissed off now. This track may well have to end up out of rotation. While I like it, just those dumb bits of wall are so bad. Like, they're so... Because you can't see, especially not when... I mean, we were in a line of 3 cars. There was the Ford and Diablo in front of me. And you're following them, and you don't see the little things like a bollard when you turn into that corner even. So, yeah, while I like the track, it's probably not going to get used very much for reasons of annoying, sticky out bits. I got a little bit unlucky in this one. Yeah, managing to find trouble. Blakey passed Gliska by the end of that one. I'm kind of annoyed by that one. In some ways, he kind of had a bit more pace than I expected. I don't think we could have matched the 2 lightweights, and I think Blakey, had they not hit the wall, I think that would have been quicker as well. The Diablo, obviously they're running that in a lower gear perhaps or something, but yeah, I had some pace at times with that F40. That track was always likely to be more of a struggle. Anyway, regardless, that was always going to be the bad one. I always like this as a challenge. It is excellent fun. This. You've really got to think about. Your car. You've got to think about what gear you're going to use with your car, and you're going to make compromises. You've got, at the end of the day, you are going to be making a compromise. The Sierra was terrible everywhere, but you run it at the tight circuit, and suddenly it's very, very quick. My F40, well, it was okay elsewhere, but it was very quick at the festival circuit. So, yeah, it is. Always an interesting challenge, this one. I do quite enjoy this type of... It's like a little bit of different sort of racing, but yeah, bloody sticky out bits of wall. But there we go. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.